Right, so everyone, now you've done your filters, you want to start presenting that onto PowerPoint. So in order to do that, you need to right-click on here and duplicate slide. So then it just keeps that same theme going on throughout, okay? So that you don't have to keep starting over and making sure that you would end up basically wasting more time just to get it the same. And you're going to change the title and delete those images. I'm going to change it to filter. Right. And then same thing, drag and drop your images. Never do a screenshot and then try to crop it in, because it will become pixelated when you print it on a larger scale. So obviously you're printing this in A3. So, right, so you want to get all your FI files like this. So you hold shift down to select those 4. And then you just basically do the same thing like we did earlier on, drag and drop, and even out the images. Hold down shift as you select all the images. Always hold shift and resize the corner from the corner points. I'm going to move these to the side here. And then I'm just going to improve the presentation like so. And I'm going to duplicate the layer. So that's along here. Delete these 2 images and bring these 2 in like so. This isn't quite finished. So what you need to do is add text in terms of the name of the filter that you've used. That's why I said earlier on you need to know it. So the name of this filter, from top of my head, I remember it being called Stylize. Make sure your spelling is correct. And when you're doing this, you need to choose a small text size, so like 15, 12, it doesn't really matter as long as it's small, so it doesn't take up too much space. I like to have it capital letter, but it's up to you how you want to present your work. This is the part where you need to present your work quite nicely. So I need to make the images a little bit smaller in order for it to fit the text in. So what I'm going to do is hold shift down and select the 2 images, select arrange and group them. So now that it's grouped, then you press the corner, and what it does, it keeps it, it resizes it at the same time without having the images overlapping each other. And I'm going to twist this to the side like this, making sure that it's even like that. And then take this down to the bottom, copy and paste that so it just keeps within the same theme. And this was called Chrome from what I remember. And I'm going to have this all uppercase, just keeping with the theme again. And drag and drop it down. And using these, you can see these gridded lines, so it just tells you whether it's even or not. And you can see there's a slight difference in there. So you can even ungroup them and just resize that one image or make it aligned a little bit better. Okay. What I'd like as well is to have a border on your images. So go to shape outline, select white or whichever color, and it gives a outline border. You can even have a darker color for it to show through, so it just stands out a bit better. There we go. And yeah, and then you want to do the same thing along here. You can use a black outline depending on the color of your background. You want it to stand out and be contrasting to each other. I'm just going to group that and resize that accordingly so I can fit my text in. Okay, and so eventually you're going to have all of these nicely, neatly presented, and it should look something like this. This is something I did earlier. Okay, so you can see I've got a white background and so forth, got the text added in. And for homework, what I want you to do for the last page is to annotate your work. So what you could do is copy these over onto this page and then start annotating your work and explaining what you did and how you did that and so forth, and what filters that you've used, what you think was successful, what wasn't successful. So just briefly annotating it. Text size should be no bigger than 15. Okay, so you just type in 15 and you should get the size that you need. The smallest size you can go is size 8. So if you feel like it doesn't fit all your text, just make sure your text size goes smaller rather than readjusting the images. And that's all you need to do. Okay.